Happy Camper Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Happy Camper Radio Show, episode 269. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper, and without question, we're going to make a happy camper out of you. This week, we are on the road in the Sunshine State. We're at Port St. Joe, Florida. We are staying at the... Where are we staying, Daniel, exactly?
The Presnell.
Presnell.
Yeah,
Presnell.
RV.
I keep saying Presnell.
We got to get it right. Yeah.
I keep
Presnell,
saying...
The Presnell, Bayside, Marina, and RV Resort. What a beautiful episode, Daniel, this is going to be. Beautiful atmosphere, everything about it. We've got Sadie here, we've got Fitz with us. Episode 269 coming at you right now.
Happy, 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 happy Camper Radio.
And the Happy Camper Radio Show can be heard all around the world by great listeners like yourself. You can find us in all the major podcast directories, online at www.happycamperradio.com. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Happy Camper Radio. You can follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter. And, of course, if you want to see this episode, you definitely want to check this one out on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Very easy to do. Right down in that lower right-hand corner here, check it out. Click on that box, and you'll be a subscriber to the show. Never miss another episode. Deidre, you're with us today.
I am.
Oh, this is so exciting, isn't it?
I know, on the road and special guests.
Yes, and Daniel, we've got the whole shooting match here, don't we?
Oh, yes.
We got 5 cameras in our outdoor studio. No headphones this time.
No, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and what's really remarkable, Daniel, about this camping trip, compared to many others, it has not rained.
Yeah, because you're with us. That's what we do.
No rain at all in the forecast.
That's how we
except
roll.
for tomorrow when we are packing up and leaving.
Yeah, we planned it that way.
And I think we've got to be out by 11 o'clock.
Yep.
All right, and the rain's supposed to start moving in by 1.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, and that's fine by me. And, of course, you know, we've got Sadie here. She has just been so restless. She barks at everybody. Everybody is the enemy, it seems, you know. But she's just the friendliest dog. And, of course, Fitz, we're always good to have him in the studio.
Everyone loves Fitz.
In the studio, in the outdoor studio, wherever we decide we're going to go camping. Well, Daniel, this is going to be a 5-day, 4-night trip.
Yep.
And this is going to be going by way too fast. It
did go by fast.
Yeah. But it was a decent drive down here.
Yeah.
Now, I left out like 3 to 4 hours ahead of you.
You did?
My plan was to get here by 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Anytime that I go camping, I don't care whether it's close to home or it's a long-distance trip like this. One thing I want to do is I always want to make sure I get there before check-in time.
Okay.
Because in a lot of cases, your site is already going to be ready, and they're going to let you on in. And if you're paying to be there at 3 o'clock, I want to take advantage of every single moment of my camping adventure.
That makes sense.
So I try to get here as early as I possibly can, but if something is going to go wrong, chances are it's going to happen to me.
Yep, that's right.
And it always does. Now, Daniel, I left early in the morning.
You did.
All right, planning to get down here about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's about a 6-hour drive total.
Yep.
But I didn't even get out of Metro Atlanta. And next thing you know, I got a flat tire. I got a flat tire on my tow vehicle.
Yep.
And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the Metro Atlanta area. I picked up a piece of metal on the interstate.
Yikes.
And wow, what an experience that was. It's bad enough getting a flat tire on the interstate, but it's worse when you've got your RV in tow.
Right? We had a situation like that when we were going up. We were going up 75 one time, and something happened with our truck, and we had to get it towed to a place, and we had to disconnect it from the pop-up. And
no, we didn't. No, the guy came and he towed the truck and the pop-up.
Oh, yeah, okay. But we had to disconnect it at the shop, and you know we did a bunch of Goodwill shopping because there was a Goodwill right next to it.
Yeah,
and so we did that while we were waiting.
That was on our way up to Kentucky. That was probably the worst trip we've ever, as far as travel goes, because we were not even out. We had already gotten started late that day because we could not find the pop-up keys, and that had the
it was a
key for the lock that was on the front. So we couldn't leave until we found those. We could not find them. They were not in the only place that they ever are. And so we had to have a locksmith come out. He came out, $150 for him to go pop in 2 seconds. And then before we even got out of Georgia was when the car overheated and it was like a cracked radiator cap or something like that. And that was a nice little pretty penny. And then we got to Kentucky just as dark was falling.
Yep.
And then it was way colder than we anticipated. So we had to make an emergency Goodwill run to go get some like jackets and long pants because it was so cold. And then on the way back,
I guess I didn't have it too bad, did I?
Yeah, no, that was good, yes. No. So on the way back was fine. It was Virginia that there was a
that's when I took up locksmith lock picking.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way this is happening again.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't mind changing my own flat tire.
Yeah.
Right? And I come well prepared. I keep an air compressor in my truck. I keep, battery operated, and oh my heavens!
Don't mind us.
Don't mind us. We're just doing a broadcast here. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Sadie, you're quite the character.
She is
but
hamming it up.
I'll tell you something.
I can't believe that happened.
When I pulled off to the interstate to deal with this flat tire issue, all right, this was unbelievable. I managed to have a spot right off to the side that I could slide the whole rig and the truck off. And I don't mind changing my own tire.
Yeah.
But on the interstate, that's a problem.
It's scary.
Right? It is very scary. Now in Georgia, we have this program. It's sponsored by the Department of Transportation called HERO.
Right.
And HERO stands for Highway Emergency Response Operator. And you pick up the phone and call 511, and they will send a HERO unit out there to help you change your flat tire. If you're out of gas, they'll give you enough gas just to get to the next exit, and you can fill up. All right, so it's a great service to have. And I've used them. This is the second time already that I've had to call them up.
We've always had our little thing with USAA, our insurance, and that has come in a lot of times, handy for us a lot of times. And
if you're going to do a lot of road trips, the roadside assistance towing is
AAA. We used to have AAA.
Yeah, we used to have AAA, but now we have it through the insurance. But it has come in handy. When our truck broke down that time, that's how we used it. Was we used USAA, and they came and they towed us to the nearest body shop.
Well, this set me back 2.5 hours because not only after I got my tire changed, and I did have a spare, thank heavens for that.
Oh, yeah.
I had to find a place to get a new tire.
Yep.
And fortunately, a couple exits down the road, I did find a tire shop that was open, and that set me back a few $100. Because, of course, I got a big F-154.
Yep.
And, you're not carrying them small tires like on your Ford vehicle.
Did you notice any difference in the towing after you put on your spare?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if, because it would be unbalanced or something like that.
Well, enough of our headaches here. Let's talk about this beautiful atmosphere that we're camping in here at the Presnell RV Resort in Port St. Joe, Florida. Daniel, I'll tell you, we're parked side by side.
We are.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get some footage of the pop-up. I don't think we've ever had footage of the pop-up.
But only after we...
we got to clean it up first.
Let's clean it up first.
We're taking this time right now to show our viewers your pop-up. Of course, I didn't stick the camera inside. But, no, I went ahead and took some exterior shots of your cameras. Yeah, but it looked really great parked next to mine here. And the atmosphere, like I say, is just absolutely beautiful. The weather's wonderful. We're right on the ocean.
Yep.
And this is Sadie's first visit to the ocean, and she just loved every minute of it there.
Yeah, a lot of grand designs out here too.
There is too, a lot of grand design RVs and a lot of great campers.
I was surprised.
Yeah,
I think they heard you coming.
It could very well be, but we've had an opportunity to walk around, and I know you did too.
Oh yeah, we've been, we do our thing. We've been going all day, every day.
Yep.
Going here, there. We
went down.
We went to the beach yesterday, hung out, and we're playing beach ball, and
we took Fitz to the ocean for the very first time, and he was not a fan.
Not a fan.
That's not a big surprise, but he much preferred to dig in the sand and lay down and sleep all day.
Oh yeah, he loved the sand.
Yeah, you two were gone all day yesterday.
Oh yeah.
All right, and of course, my idea of camping is to hang out at camp,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can promise you, I've had just as much fun here at camp as you did whenever you were doing your running around yesterday.
Yep.
So it's been a wonderful camping trip so far, and we're definitely going to have to do more of it. I haven't seen palm trees, and I can't tell you how long, Daniel. I haven't been to Florida, and I can't tell you how long.
Yeah.
Okay, but wow, I tell you, when you go on these camping trips, it goes go by pretty quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Way too quickly.
It's crazy. I mean, because we brought all this stuff, like, we brought our paddle boards, we brought our bikes. I haven't even ridden my bike. Deidre rode her bike around the campground, and we just bring all this stuff to do. Like, I brought my guitar, I brought my mandolin. I've been messing with that a little bit. We just we played some games at night, but it's just, I don't know. I guess the fact that we do bring all this stuff makes it go by faster. I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess, the more fun you're having, the faster time goes.
Yeah. Well, we took a break from doing the show last week because you and I were up on Lake Lanier, and we attended
the boat show.
We attended the on the water boat show.
Yep.
We had a wonderful time there.
Yep.
This is one of those boat shows that the kind of a show that I can really appreciate, Daniel. They have the boats on the water. Mm-hmm. I have been to so many of the convention halls where they got the boats up on jacks, but when you've got them in the water, wow, you get the experience of climbing aboard one and sitting behind the wheel and getting the feel of what it's like before you take that boat out. Mm-hmm. Now, the prices on the boats have gone up quite a bit.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, now that I'm in my retirement years and I've got a few things in mind, right? You just never know when I'm going to be pulling down the road with one of these in tow.
I'll keep my eye out.
I'm sure you do. But that's what we were doing last week. We knew we had this trip coming up here. So in about 2 weeks from now, I'm making that run to Pittsburgh that I talked about on the last show.
Yeah, I think I'll be doing a little bit more of my Bartram Trail hike with my friend Gary, and we'll probably do about 10 to 15 miles. And I'm worried about the weather because when we were down here, it was cold down here. I mean, it was like in the 50s, but we didn't plan on bringing too much extra clothing. Thank goodness you had your flannels. I had to borrow one of your flannels.
Yeah, Daniel, I bring everything.
Yeah, except for the mustard. You didn't bring the mustard, folks.
No, I didn't bring the mustard yesterday. Okay, but hey, that's okay. Hey, if that's all I forgot for a long distance camping trip, I've got no complaints right there.
That's not too bad.
So, yeah, but I'll tell you what, the Presnell Bayside Marina and the RV park. This is just a beautiful place to visit, Daniel.
And you can bring your own boat, and
you can launch your own boat right from here too.
Yeah, you have access if you're camping here. You have access.
And they have boat rentals. Being the fact that we were too busy, we didn't actually get out there on the lake like we wanted to.
Yeah, but it just went so fast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But and they've got a clubhouse here for any of the guests. They got a swimming pool. And the hospitality is just fantastic. I mean, just when we checked in here, we actually checked in the next day because they were closed at 5 o'clock when we showed up. But I had an opportunity to walk around the park, and it's a kind of a smaller park in comparison to others, but the sites are still spread far enough away. I mean, you're not crammed up against somebody. Those type of atmospheres I can't get into.
Yeah,
but
we went to the state park today on St. George, and that's probably more of the feel that we like, but like it's just so hard to get a reservation like this time of year, because for me, I think it's prime time. It's more prime time here now than in the middle of summer. I don't want to be here in the middle of summer. I'd rather be here when it's kind of, maybe 70s, 80s, as opposed to like high 90s. So I find it more enjoyable down here now than then. But yeah, it's really cool. The beach and everything, and and the thing about out here is like there's people walking around in the water, and they'll be like a couple 100 feet out in the water, just looking for crabs or shrimp, and that just blows my mind. When we were at the ocean yesterday, I was like 400 or 500 feet out, and it was only to my waist. It was weird. It was really crazy. I loved it. That was an interesting experience.
Yeah, the water is rather shallow in this area right here.
Yeah, because we're on the bay right here. So we're closer to Port St. Joe, but we're near like Cape San Blas, and there's the St. Joseph Peninsula State Park that's across the bay from us over here, but even over down at St. George, since we're like right here on the Gulf, it is a lot more shallow. It doesn't drop off quite so steeply. Right when you get out there, there's a lot of little sandbars that you can walk out to.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you one thing, and like I said, I haven't been in Florida in a long time. I haven't been at any resort areas in such a long time. But one of the things that I did find real fast down here is the prices are, wow, they're elevated in comparison to what they're like back
Piggly
home.
Wiggly down here, that's the main grocery store. The Piggly Wiggly is not like you think it is. It's very fancy.
Oh, okay.
We actually got some Piggly Wiggly koozies. And we took a picture. There's this like Piggly Wiggly convenience store, grocery store, gas station, and they had like a Piggly Wiggly pig there. It's kind of like the big boy statue, and so we got a picture of that, which was cool.
I forgot to spray for bugs before I started the show here.
They're
just all over me today.
So when this morning I have this citronella soap, and I use that, and I don't know if it's working or not, but if you're getting bitten up, it must be working a little bit.
Wow, I'll tell you, maybe they're all just attracted to me.
I guess.
Don't know what it
You're
is.
so sweet.
But gas prices down here in comparison to back home, they're like 25 cents a gallon more here in this particular area. Yesterday, I stopped at a convenience store and I wanted to pick up something, for myself that I would normally buy back at home.
Yeah.
And for an item that I would normally spend $5.60 for, same thing down here is $12.
Wow.
I don't need it that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. But, like that guy told me, hey, it's Bay prices. So, when you go to a resort, you may as well be prepared to pay. So that's why I try to bring everything with me.
Yeah.
As far as groceries went, I think I did pretty good this time.
Yep.
We had steaks yesterday.
We did.
All right, with
Burgers.
baked potatoes. And
Yep.
wow, we ate pretty good.
Yeah,
That was the day before yesterday.
Yeah,
we had burgers
steaks,
last night.
Yeah, burgers last night, steaks the day before.
So, I'm going to have to cook the rest up tonight, whatever I have. And
There you go.
Because I don't want to bring too much home with me. Unfortunately, we're going to have to be out of here before 11 o'clock tomorrow. Probably going to get an early start heading back home because I want to get there before dark. It was a nice drive down here. I've traveled most of the back roads.
Yeah.
But once I hit Florida, I could tell I was in the Sunshine State. Just the atmosphere and everything. I had a little concern about alligators.
Oh, really?
But I was told, that there hasn't been any alligators over here in this park. There's one out there in the bay that they said that they've seen every now and then, but there's a slew of them across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't venture on over here, and that's important, especially when we got our love puppies here with us. We got to take good care of them. But this is a campground I wouldn't mind coming back to, Daniel.
Yeah.
And coming back to visit again. And, just about everybody that I ran into just is so friendly.
Yep.
It's one of the things when you go camping, you better be prepared to wave at everybody because they're going to be waving at you and you're going to be waving back.
Yeah.
So, I make that a point, just to get around some friendly folks, and you're going to find that any time that you go camping.
We've talked to several people down here that are familiar with this campground, that they actually stayed here. A lady we talked to
today.
Earlier today, she actually owns a lot now down here now, and she was telling us that she and her husband, when they had come down here, they got stranded over here during COVID, and we're here for what did she say, 7 months?
Yeah, something like that.
And then we were talking to another guy, and he said he'd stayed over here about 3 months when he first moved down here. So I think this campground is well known and well loved. Everybody had great things to say about all the people, and how they're still friends with them even though they're not staying here anymore. So
I'll tell you, this is something for many of our viewers and listeners who have been with us for a long time. Difficult for them to understand is the fact that this is only our third camping trip, Daniel, in the past 10 years since we've been doing Happy Camper Radio, that we've actually been together at a campground.
Yep. Well, we were both working for a long time, and then you retired, and I'm still working. It's just a big deal to plan stuff out. We got to make sure, me and Deidre have all our vacation still, to go and stuff. So
yeah, timing is always an issue. And of
Yeah.
course, you and Deidre are going to need your time to yourselves to go out sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you suggested this on the show one time, I said, yeah, hey, I'm retired. Let me come on. I'll tag along with you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Definitely.
We'll be doing it again real soon.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, right now we're getting into the fall months, so
Yep.
very soon the RV is going to have to be winterized here. But I am going to make this run to Pittsburgh and plan on going camping up there for 4 or 5 days before I have to come on back.
Don't forget your heater
Yeah.
and your flannels.
So yeah, it's going to be a great opportunity for us to get together again, probably next spring.
Yeah.
There's so much to do, so many places we want to go and visit. And hey, we've got our dogs with us.
We do.
I can't complain about that. Sadie's been great company, and I know Fitz has been company to you too.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we got to get back to the real world. You got to get back to work, both of you. And,
Unfortunately.
But even in my
I
retirement
don't know.
years,
We might buy a lottery ticket on the way up. I think it's like up to like $1.5 billion now. So if you don't see us for a while, you know what happened.
if I do see you, I'm going to expect something bigger than a pop-up camper.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's for
I don't know.
certain.
Daniel loves his pop-ups.
Yeah. I'll get a gold-plated pop-up.
Well, Daniel, we've been talking about this campground here since the start of this show, and there's no point in doing a featured campground this week because this is what we've always been talking about, the entire time. And like I said, I really can't say enough about it. I know I'm going to be going to some of the bigger campgrounds here early part of next year. Where you got hundreds and hundreds of sites. I think they maybe have about 50 or 60 here, 50 or 60 sites.
Something like that. I know they have one side.
I think there's a little bit more.
And then there's
I think
another
there's about
side.
70.
Yeah.
They've got this. They've got the Bayside, and then they've got
the other side
across
of
the
the
way,
road.
which they've got the bathhouse over there, and they have a pool and hot tub that hasn't opened yet. They're waiting on some inspections to get completed. But so there's a pool, bathhouse, clubhouse, all that are on this side, and then across the street will be the bathhouse.
Well, when I'll be visiting Myrtle Beach, I know I'll be actually visiting the beach, which is right there at the campground. You don't have the beach here.
Yeah.
But you've got the Gulf.
Yep.
And I went down there and I sat on the dock here yesterday for about an hour.
Nice.
Just watching the boats come in and out.
It's really peaceful.
Real peaceful, real relaxed, and you just kind of for the moment just let loose and forget about everyday life as you're well knowing it.
Oh yeah.
But this is something like I say we're going to have to do again, and it's hard to believe this is only the third time we've been camping since we've done Happy Camper
That's a
Radio.
lot of logistics, so
Yeah.
Yep.
But we've always talked about on the show, we have a remote outfit and we bring it to the campground when we do go camping.
Yep.
And I'm going to be carrying it to Pittsburgh, and hopefully I'll be able to communicate with you.
Sure,
And we do the show
definitely.
from up there. It's always a pleasure just to get away from the studio. We're not wearing headphones today.
No, it's weird. It's like I don't hear you in my ears like I usually do.
Yeah. But great show we did last time. Had your sister on the program.
Yep.
And yeah, it's just it's family is so important. It's, and I always love having your family, my family.
Yep.
Anytime that we can get together to talk camping, we can do it right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show. Well, Daniel, that's going to wrap up this episode 269 of the Happy Camper Radio. And something, we're going to be back in the studio again real soon.
Oh yeah.
Get our camera gear back in there and get ready to crank up the microphones and put on the headphones and do it all over again. Remember, friends, every pet deserves a loving home. Do like I did. Visit your local shelter and adopt a pet today. You can find us on the web. We're there 24/7 at www.happycamperradio.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Happy Camper Radio. Follow us on X. Do it, Daniel, yeah. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can see us in the studio, out on the field, at the campground, wherever we may be. Catch us right there on YouTube. The Happy Camper Radio Show is a presentation of Skip Huber Productions. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. Daniel's a happy camper.
Hey!
Deidre, yeah, no question there. Sadie and Fitz,
Puppy!
They'll be with us each and every time. And remember, friends, we're going to make a happy camper out of you. Thanks so much for joining us. Talk to you again real soon. This is Happy Camper Radio.